They like trap music, but that's not me. They like pop music, but that's not me. I'm the baby face that will put you in your place, set you up, take it safe, then vanish without a trace. They like Balenciaga, but that's not me. They like Dolce Gabbana, but that's not me. I'm the baby face that will put you in your place, take your girl to your face.
Next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is the fight between Jamel Herring and Carl Frampton. Jamel Herring stopped Carl Frampton in the 6th round. Trill Dollar Bill, what was your reaction to that fight?
What I thought was going to happen. Just the size was an issue. And not only that, I always felt that like Carl Frampton he gave us what he gave us. And it showed in this fight. His punch, that's what I was saying about his punches before the fight. So I was like, is he gonna be able to take these punches? You know what I'm saying? Like some fighters that you see, right? Like you'd be like, it's open. Like Caden brought this up, this whole punch resistance thing, right? Brought this up a long time ago. And you start to see that in certain fighters. Can they still weather the storm and take these punches after being in certain wars? I wouldn't call Herring like a big puncher. You know what I'm saying? It just seemed like Kyle Frampton couldn't take the shots anymore. You know, and I was saying it was good that the corner doing that towel, save him from himself. It seemed like he got dropped from taps, you know, and the punches were starting to, and it just didn't seem right in his face. But shout out to him. He got cut again in the same spot where they gave him the DQ, I think it was. What was it, a DQ or no contest on the fight where he got cut before. But he still fought through adversities, came out, was a dog. He didn't let the cut bother him. Didn't seem like he was letting the cut bother him. And he seemed like a little different, too, as a fighter. I guess that's working with Bomac. You know what I'm saying? Him in there with Bomac and TC. Iron sharpen iron. He looked like a different fighter in there, physically. You know what I'm saying? And he wanted to bring the fight. He was just Carl Frampton was just out max. Too big of a fighter for him. Hey, well, shout out to Herring. Now it seems like he'll have to if Shakur Stevens can get past his task in June. I guess he'll be fighting Shakur Stevenson in September. So I look forward to seeing that fight if he stays at 130. But he got a big frame. I think he should. If he decides to stay at 130, he has to meet Shakur Stevens at September. But if he decides to leave and go to, because I think he got 30 days to agree or something. If he decides to go to 135, I guess the next fight in June where Shakur Stevens, they will be fighting for that WBO belt. It's all tricky, but he did good. He looked good last night.
All right, G.
He looked different. Shout out to Bomac. I was
going to do the same thing. Salute to Bomac and Herring for their victory, because I'm be honest with you, every round I gave it to Herring. It felt like a 6-round shutout. You know what I mean? I know what round was it? I believe it was like the 4th. I think Andre Ward gave it to Frampton. I actually disagreed, because even within that round, in those exchanges, Herring was landing the more cleaner shots anyways. You know what I mean? And so, like, in regards to punch resistance, man, Frampton, jabs was snapping his head back. Like, when dude was landing the 1-2, like, first the right hand and the left, he just doom. I'm like, come on, fam. Like, it's like, I kind of feel like sometimes boxers should be acting. Like, even if you get hit, like, pretend it don't really hurt. You know what I mean? But when your head snapping back all the time, you're getting hit in the body, you're moving back. Like, it was just so much, man. Like, Harry Little hit him with everything. When they're fighting on the outside, he's landing. When they're fighting on the inside, he's landing. Like, that 6th round, that uppercut, man, that left uppercut was brutal. Like, literally, it was like a slow motion drop. Like, he caught him, and it's like he went like this. Like, oh,
short.
You know what I mean? So I was like, oh man, please say this guy from himself. And he got dropped the round before, So, respect to his corner. I thought they did a good, made the right choice of saving his life in there, man. But it was just sad because I know he dedicated that fight to his trainer that passed away, you know. So it kind of sucks, man, you know, and the whole retirement thing. But we're gonna talk about that a little later. But you know, excellent performance from Herring. Salute to Bomac, man, for transforming your fighter, you know, and getting that good victory, man. But it wasn't close at all. Like before that knockout, at all. It was all one sided for me. So salute to you, Jamal Herring.
TBE.
Man, I ain't get to see that fight.
All right.
Yo, G, watch your mouth.
I'll call you first, bro.
I was driving and I was getting notifications like it's 6-round knockout. Jamel Harris, Frampton 6-round knockout. I was like, it was like 5 p.m. I'm like, what? The fight already happened? Then I remembered the fight was in Dubai. And then that's where I was like, oh man, I'll try to rewatch it. I'll probably rewatch it today. But I'll finally get to watch it today because, you know, I have a chance to yesterday. But, you know, salute to Carl Frampton on a wonderful career. You know, you bowed out. You know, it's not great to get knocked out, but, you know, you bowed out gracefully. And salute to Jamel Herring for doing his thing.
Yeah, for real, because, yeah, that's just, I don't know.
Yeah, so like for me, when I was watching the fight, I noticed the same thing. It was like Carl Frampton's punch resistance just wasn't there. It was like a few times he just went down. It was like one time he went down off like a little tap and a little push, and I could hear Bomac like, that was a hook, that was a hook. I'm like, Bomac, you know that wasn't no damn punch. But I was thinking like, damn, his legs are that bad. Like he went down from that. And it was just times he would get hit with some punches. I'm like, dang, I don't like the way he's reacting to these punches. So when he got stopped, I wasn't surprised. I feel like the punches that did drop him, especially the uppercut, were two of the most vicious punches landed in the fight. And I think he was going to take a lot more. Him getting up shows that like probably Herring wasn't going to be like able to knock him out with one punch. But the accumulation of punishment can sometimes be worse than just getting knocked out with one punch. And I think like his corner saw that the writing was on the wall. They saw what happened the previous rounds, and they saw that Jamel Herring was starting to land cleanly. He was starting to land his punches even like, you know, more cleanly than he was landing them in the rounds prior. And they just felt like, you know what, we got to save Carl from himself. And so they threw in a towel, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think Jamel looked better than he did in his last outing, which you know, I can respect that. So you got to give Bomac and Jamel credit for that. And I feel like Carl Frampton didn't look too good in his last outing to me, and in this outing, you know, he got stopped. So I do feel like it's time for him to assess his career, in which we'll discuss that in the next segment.
Please let us know how you feel in the comment section. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter. And please check out our podcast on all major streaming services. We are the Boxing Bros.
You're welcome. You're all welcome.